Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following WNBA matches that is happening on Friday, August 18, 2023. We will be providing our team, total and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comments section below. Washington Mystics vs Indiana Fever. Our team pick is Indiana. And here is why. The last time they took the court, the Indiana Fever took a defeat with a final score of 189 when they faced the New York Liberty. The Fever were able to corral 24 defensive rebounds and 8 offensive boards, totaling 32 in the matchup. They also gave up possession of the ball 11 times while earning 2 steals in the matchup. The Liberty earned 17 fouls in the matchup, which took the Fever to the free throw line for a total of 19 shots. They were able to make 16 of them for a percentage of 84.2%. Concerning three-pointers, Indiana made 7 of their 18 attempts, 38.9%. When the final whistle blew, the Fever went 33 out of 71 from the floor, which gave them a rate of 46.5%. The Fever permitted the Liberty to convert 37 out of 72 tries from the field, which gave them a shooting percentage of 51.4% for the game. They went 41.4% from three-point range by connecting on 12 out of 29 and ended up shooting 14 of 19 at the free throw line, 73.7%. In the matter of rebounding, Indiana permitted New York to pull down 35 overall, 10 on the offensive side. Kelsey Mitchell ended up being a major contributor for the Fever for this game. She knocked down 8 of 17 in this contest, giving her a field goal percentage of 47.1%, but didn't pull down a rebound. Mitchell earned 22 points in her 35 mins on the hardwood and tallied 3 dimes for the game. Indiana has a mark of 8-23 for the year. In terms of offensive execution, the Fever are hitting on 44.2% from the floor, which is ranked 5th in the league. Indiana has tallied 2,493 PTS for the campaign, 80.4 per game, and they grab 34.4 rebounds per game. They are dishing out assists 18.1 times per game, 11th in basketball, and they lose possession by turning the ball over 14.2 times per contest. The Fever commit 20.2 fouls per contest, and they shoot 79.7% from the free throw line. The Fever on the defensive side of the court are 12th in basketball in points given up per game with 85.2. They give up 20.8 assists and 32.1 rebounds per contest, which is 11th and 1st in the league. The Indiana defense concedes 38.1% on shots from behind the three-point line, 266 of 699, and their opponents are converting on 81.2% of their shots from the free throw line. They are forcing 12.6 turnovers per game and have let teams shoot 44.8% from the field, 8th in the league. Our total pick is over, and here is why. Brittany Sykes is someone who was a major factor in the game. She ended up scoring 30 points on 11 of 18 shooting. She was on the hardwood for 35 mins and also pulled down 4 boards. Sykes walked away from this one shooting 61.1% from the floor and also recorded 6 dimes. Washington comes into this contest with a mark of 14-16 this year. They have an average of 80.8 PTS per game, 6th in the league, while shooting 42.8% from the floor. The Mystics are shooting 32.1% on shots from downtown, 216 of 673, and 82.3% from the charity stripe. As a team, Washington is collecting 32.1 boards per contest and has accounted for 569 assists for the year, which ranks 9th in basketball in terms of passing. They are giving up possession 12.6 times per contest and as a team are committing 18.9 fouls per contest. When they are on the defensive end, the Mystics are forcing 14.9 turnovers per game while drawing 18.7 fouls. They are conceding 35.4% from beyond the arc and they are ranked 5th in basketball in PPG allowed, 81.9. The Mystics defense is giving up an opponent field goal percentage of 44.2%, 448 of 561, and they concede 36.0 rebounds per contest as a squad. They are currently ranked 8th in the league in allowing assists to their opponents, with 605 surrendered on the campaign. Minnesota Lynx vs Seattle Storm. Our team pick is Minnesota. And here is why. The Minnesota Lynx took the court against the Indiana Fever and went home with a loss by a final score of 91-73 in their last contest. Minnesota finished having earned a 39.7% FG percentage, 25 of 63, and knocked down 10 of their 19 shots from three-point land. From the charity stripe, the Lynx made 13 of their 15 shots for a rate of 86.7%. Concerning getting rebounds, they earned 26 with 7 of them being of the offensive variety. They also dished out 17 assists for the matchup, in addition to forcing the opposition into 12 turnovers and getting 6 steals. In reference to defense, Minnesota allowed the other team to go 50.0% from the floor on 34 out of 68 shooting. Indiana totaled 13 assists and had 8 steals in this game. Furthermore, Indiana snagged 39 rebounds, 13 offensive, 26 defensive, and got 5 blocked shots. Indiana finished 92.9% at the charity stripe by burying 13 of their 14 tries. They also buried 10 of their 27 tries from three-point range. Rachel Banham is a player who was a major contributor in this game. She walked away with 18 points on 6 out of 11 shooting. She played 20 minutes but concluded the game with no rebounds. Banham went 54.5% from the floor and also earned 1 assist. Minnesota enters this matchup with a mark of 14-16 so far this year. They average 79.6 points per contest, 9th in the WNBA, while going 43.4% from the field. The Lynx are hitting 32.0% on three-pointers, 196 of 612, and 79.7% from the charity stripe. As a unit, Minnesota is collecting 34.1 boards per game and has totaled 571 assists this year, which ranks 8th in basketball in terms of passing the rock. They cough up possession 13.4 times per game, and as a team they are committing 16.5 personal fouls on a nightly basis. When they are on defense, the Lynx are able to force 12.4 turnovers on a nightly basis, while drawing 18.3 personal fouls. They are relinquishing 35.0% on shots from beyond the perimeter, and they are 11th in the WNBA in points per game allowed, 84.8. The Lynx defense is giving up a field goal percentage of 45.0%, 373 of 548, and they surrender 34.7 boards per game as a group. They are currently ranked 11th in the league in giving up assists, with 634 relinquished on the year. Our total pick is over. And here is why. In their last game, the Seattle Storm went home victorious with a score of 81-71 when they faced the Phoenix Mercury. The Storm were able to collect 31 defensive rebounds and 7 offensive boards for a total of 38 for this contest. They also turned it over 16 times, while earning 4 steals in this matchup. The Mercury were called for 14 personal fouls for this game, which got the Storm to the charity stripe for a total of 11 shots. They were able to make 10 of the free throw attempts for a percentage of 90.9%. When it comes to shots from distance, Seattle converted 7 out of 15 attempts, 46.7%. When this game wrapped up, the Storm went 32 for 62 from the floor, which gave them a shooting percentage of 51.6%. The Storm allowed the Mercury to convert 31 of 75 attempts from the field, which gave them a percentage of 41.3% in this matchup. They finished 21.7% from three-point range via 5 out of 23 and ended up going 4 of 7 at the free throw line, 57.1%. With respect to how they cleaned up the glass, Seattle permitted Phoenix to get 31 overall, 11 on the offensive glass. Jewel Lloyd ended up being a factor for the Storm in the game. She knocked down 9 out of 21 for the game for a field goal percentage of 42.9% and tallied 5 rebounds. Lloyd earned 24 points in her 36 minutes of playing time and totaled 2 dimes for the contest. Seattle has a record of 9-21 on the season. The Storm commit 17.7 personal fouls per game, and they connect on 77.4% from the free throw line. Their rate of assisting teammates is at 17.6 times per contest, 12th in the league, and they turn it over 14.5 times per game. Seattle has accumulated 2,348 points so far this season, 78.3 per contest, and they pull in 34.6 boards per game.